our new video. We're so excited for today. We are going to be sharing some tips on long distance relationships.
Yes, finally something we actually have real expertise in, because like we said before, we were in a long distance relationship for 7 months. So we just want to share some of the tips and experiences that we had that helped it to make a positive relationship for us.
Yeah, in long distance relationships, I feel like it's harder. It's not very hard, but it's harder to keep the relationship strong, keep it fun, keep it interesting, obviously. Because you're so far away from each other and you don't get to hang out physically together, then you have to get creative.
We just want to share some tips with you guys of what helped us have a successful relationship in that aspect. How to keep the romance alive when you're literally 10,000 miles apart.
Yeah. Okay, so the first tip that we have for you guys today is send them cute texts at random times of the day.
This was a huge one for us because obviously there's a difference of time zones a lot of the time when you're in long distance relationships, and also we have lives, we're busy, you know. Both of us were studying at the time and we had different jobs and such, so you have to make time for each other. And one great way to do that is just by sending texts to each other at random times during the day. Maybe you can't talk on the phone at a certain time, but you can still send text messages, memes, funny stuff, you know, just keep the fun and the romance alive by doing those little things for each other. The next one is send them audio and video messages once in a while.
At first, we were a little shy to send audio messages, but later when we started to FaceTime more often, it just became normal. But I could definitely feel such a big difference every time you sent me an audio message. Just hearing your voice, it was so nice. So that was definitely one of my favorite things, to hear your voice. And you also made videos, very fun videos.
And it was sweet too, because it wasn't like all the time. That wasn't our main mode of communication. It was just an occasional audio message or video, and it just kept things interesting, and you know, it was a little surprise once in a while to have that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So the next one is pray together each time you call and at other specified times.
That's another huge one that helped us, was to pray together when we would call each other.
Yeah.
We would pray together at night, usually before we go to bed, and so it was just a nice way to close our day, say goodnight to each other, and then also end with a word of prayer.
Yeah.
So it brought us closer together and connect us with God.
Yeah, and for me, that was very special too. I feel like I always recommend that to everyone that's dating someone, to pray together, because I feel like you get to know someone by the way they pray, you know, like by the way they talk to God. It says a lot about a person when you hear them talk to God.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it definitely helped me get to know you better and the relationship that you had with Heavenly Father. And obviously it helped our relationship.
Absolutely. And the couples that pray together stay together.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is check up on them regularly to see how they're doing. This goes along with spontaneous messages and stuff. It's just always good to keep up with each other, to stay on the same page of how each other's doing, because having that lack of physical connection and not being together, it can be a little harder to know how each other's feeling and how they're doing, and if there's anything you can do to help them. That becomes something that is problematic in some long distance relationships, is that because you're so far away, you feel helpless, like you can't do anything to help the other person if they're sad, if they're sick. But it does a lot more than you think just to be there, in the sense of support from afar, you know, that you're just a call away, that you're just a text away, that you can be there to comfort and support them in that sense.
So the next one says, send them music that reminds you of them. I think this is one of my favorites. Mosiah is very musical. Since he was little, well, his mom is a voice teacher, so that
Music's
says
a big part of
everything.
our lives,
It's a big part of his life and his family's, and he has a very big talent.
I don't know about that.
One of my favorites. He would come up with little songs that he wrote, and it's not like, oh, you have to write a song. No, because another thing that he used to do was just send me songs that reminded me of me.
Remind me of me.
As I said it, I recognized that you didn't.
Reminded me of you. Yes, we
Yeah,
understand what you're saying.
songs that reminded him of me. And I thought that was so sweet. I even made a playlist and everything of all the songs that you will send me. This song reminds me of you, and I will listen to it all day, and that really helped me understand your feelings from me, you know. And I just, that's just a fun way of showing your love for someone.
Absolutely. And it's fun because we still have that playlist that we made.
Yeah.
Next one is write them special, thoughtful love letters sometimes. That is a really fun one.
Remember that one activity that we made?
Yes, we did an activity that was really fun. I just kind of made it up, but it ended up being a really cool thing. What we did was we wrote letters to our future selves and also to one another in the future. And then we also wrote to our past selves. And it was
fun.
Super fun. It was really cool because we got to pour out our hearts on the page, writing to each other in the future and like declaring our love and all this fun stuff. And so that was just really fun.
We did it during a video call.
Yeah, it was a long distance date, so that was a really fun thing. And then just once in a while, just give this devout love letter. Just send it to them or send it over email or text or whatever it may be, because it's always fun to get those romantic messages from them.
Something that I did, because Mosiah was again he is very musical, so he used to send me these very fun music videos of his songs that he wrote for me, and I am not talented in that way at all, so but obviously I wanted to come up with something fun and something that was gonna, I don't know, be a little bit creative, at least a little bit. And so I decided that for his birthday I wrote a letter for him, but I made a video of me reading it to you. Like, you don't need to be very creative to write a love letter and put your phone, record yourself reading it, you know? Obviously to like write a song and make a music video, that's, if you're like that, good for you, and do that. I'm sure your partner will love it. But yeah, if you don't feel as creative in that way, then you can just do something simple like that. Okay, so the next one is to study together, and this one is a little bit big because it can be any type of study. You can set up time if you both have homework or have to study for a test or something. Like, you can just be on a video call and just be together hanging out while you're studying, reading, doing homework with music or whatever that you like having. And also studying scriptures together, which was something that we really enjoyed doing on Sundays. Have a little gospel study together, and that really fortified our relationship a lot, I can say. And again, I feel like when you are in a long distance relationship, you have to make these situations happen. They're not gonna just happen by themselves. If you want to have a spiritual moment or a spiritual connection or get to know someone spiritually, you need to make that moment happen. And so this kind of goes along with the praying one too. Setting aside a time to pray and read the scriptures.
Yeah, another thing that you can do is if you ever see an article that you really liked, whether it be academic or spiritual, you can send it to the other and study it together. Or choose a book that you like or that you wanted to read and read it together. Choose like a time frame, like a month or 2 months, and read it together and then talk about it like your own little book club. It's always fun. All right, the next one is meet each other's family and friends. That one's an awesome one because there's a chance that because they live so far away that you've never met their family or friends.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to add them to the call or just have them there on the phone as well so they can connect with the family and those who are close to you. Okay,
guys, so the last tip that we have for you guys is to buy them special gifts, flowers, sweets, etc. And I think that was very fun. Mosiah sent me a few gifts like that while we were in our long distance relationship, and it was always so sweet because you don't expect it. My sister actually helped you that one time, but yeah, Mosiah he bought us lunch one day too, and that was very fun too. So yeah, I think that's a great idea and something that it sounds obvious, but at the same time you can forget that you can do that because now with Amazon and all
you can literally buy anything on anywhere.
You can send
crazy
on anywhere. Yeah, so I think that's a great idea. It's a nice thing to do, and I'm sure there's so many little things that you can come up with.
Mm.
And send them little gifts that they don't expect.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Be sure to subscribe and go follow our Instagram page, Not Two But One, where we are going to keep you guys updated on all the other fun stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, send it to your friends and family. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.